So in this video, I'll be teaching you how to make your very first simple program in Python using the else, if, elif commands in Python. So here we're asked to make a simple program to check the marks of students in a test. So the question is, if the marks entered are greater than 40, then we want to print pass. If they are lower than 40, then we print fail. So using the if and else commands, we can do that. So first, what we want to do is we want to introduce something new, which is an input. So basically, an input is what the user can input later in this section here, such that it can be changed when he runs a program. What I mean is this. So here we can write down marks equals to input. Write down here, please input the marks or the mark of the student, ... And you'll see what this does very soon. And now we move on to the if and else commands here. So we know that if the marks entered are greater than 40, then it's a pass, but if they're lower, then they fail. So what we want to do is we want to write this. So if integer, because the marks are going to be numbers, right? It's going to be 30, 40, 50, 60, so it has to be an integer, it's a number. If int bracket marks is greater than 40, we put that, we enter, then we print such that this student has passed the exam, right? However, if it's lower than this, then the student fails, so we want to write a command for that as well. So we write down else. So what this means is that if this doesn't happen, then ultimately this option in the bottom will happen. And basically the else is just if it's lower than 40, right? Because if here, it's always going to be greater than 40. If it's always greater than 40, then this will be printed. But anything that's smaller than 40, then this else command will happen. So we write down print the student has failed the exam. So now this is your simple program. You can just run it. So if I run it here, it will ask me to put an input. So right, we made an input here, so we can choose the or we can input the marks of that student. So let's say our first student got a score of 50. We enter, and it says here the student has passed the exam. Let's run the program again. It asks for another input, but this time let's say the student got 30. So he failed, right? Lower than 40. We enter, put 30 here, and we enter. It says the student has failed the exam. So that's where the if and else take place, where they're used here, right? Because when it's 30, the student has failed. When it's 50, it says here the student has passed. So two different statements, and the input here just makes it much easier for us to just put in different numbers to see if our program's working. So that's it for this video. Thank you.